But I want to document this specifically for the religious retaliation for the Sikh parade campaign that my landlord's doing for this Sunday, which is tomorrow. Right now, it's okay. That you're seeing it backwards, 8:31. So she decided on Friday, the 31st of Halloween, which is another tradition. They come over around 10 a.m., bang on my door, and put another letter on my door. And it's really interesting because when I spoke to her a few months ago now, when I disclosed my workplace injury to her, um, I believe the date was September 18th. She calls me and I answer and we talk for 9 minutes. And she says, "Hey, I sent you a certified letter for signing a lease. You haven't signed it. What's going on?" I was like, "What do you mean? My lease isn't up until November, you know?" And she goes, "No, you need to sign that lease. I don't do month to month. It hasn't worked out for me in the past, and it's hard for me to get the tenant out." I was like, "Okay, I'm not gonna argue with her." And then she goes, uh, then I send a certified letter back to her documenting our conversation, and during that conversation I disclosed to her, "Hey, I'm symptomatic. I'm dealing with LNI not paying me. They only paid me for 2 weeks. I'm having to pay medical expenses out of pocket. I'm having to pay rent and all my expenses out of pocket, and so it's not responsible for me to sign a year's lease because um, for me to sign a year's lease, that would be a false assumption for you to think, yeah, I got a year's lease, no problem." But it's not like that. I told her that on the phone and the certified letter. And then she started escalating. And she goes, "What? You're going to tell me on October 31st that you're not signing, or that something about October 31st that I was going to tell her I wasn't going to sign the lease or going to sign the lease." But I sent her that certified letter right away documenting um, my symptoms and letting her know these are the reasons that I can't sign a year's lease, and I want to I'm still living here, and it converts to month on its own. And during the phone call, she told me she doesn't do that. It's up to her. During the phone call, she said, "I'm going to bring people in through the apartment. That's just what I do." Because for me, it's, I got to put up ads. I got to rent this and that. Nothing about me. No consent from me. Nothing like, what do you think about that? Is that are you open to that? Is that an option? Is that nothing? No, she goes, "No, this is what it is for me, and this is what I do, and this is how it's gonna go down." So from that point on, I was like, wow, and I thought that was very concerning. And then the next thing you know, tell I send her that certified letter right away, and then she calls me. I was like, okay, that's a red flag. I send a certified letter, you're gonna call me, and she leaves a voicemail. "Oh, that's not what we talked about, this and that." I have a transcript and everything, and I got my voice recorded, and I was saying, "Hey, I didn't. it's that's not what we talked about. She did all the talking. She didn't ask me for anything, ask for any consent, or ask for any uh, permission or anything. So I was like, I'm not gonna. This is a one-way conversation. Why would I uh, do informal conversation anyways? Because this is a landlord tenant legality situation. Like, send me letters, I'll send you letters. And long story short, she posted a letter on my door October 31st, which she referenced on her phone call. And then that I got the letter and says, hey, in 2 days we're doing an inspection. Okay, in 2 days it's tomorrow, which is uh, a sacred Sikh parade tomorrow. And it's interesting, she didn't give me what time, she just said it's tomorrow. It could be any time tomorrow. But that parade goes on all day. So that's a psychological nudge and retaliation and harassment um, to say we're gonna come over on a day and it's open all day. It could be all day. We're coming in, and I could have plans. I could have family. I could be doing 1,000 things, but I don't know what time or anything. So, and it was a letter posted on my door. It wasn't even a certified letter, and I haven't given any consent. I have nothing, and I videotaped um, everything with them. And and for somebody to do a entry on a Sunday, that's against the law. RCW 59.18.5 150. RCW 59.18.150. I just want to make sure I said that correctly. So that's a religious discrimination, and um, and I got tons of symptoms. Like I lay down most of the time, and then my back hurts, my stomach injury, and I'm still recovering. I haven't had proper care because my care was being abandoned by a bunch of doctors. They were doing a whole bunch of something that's called harvest and bounce. Harvest and bounce is when one person does misconduct and then they bounce, and then another person comes, does misconduct, and then they bounce. And I like like I got a bunch of books just everywhere. This is the stuff that I study. This is what I do, and I've been studying this stuff for a very long time. So I know all these tactics that are being used.